Hi and welcome to my channel. Today we want to continue with the beginner series. So we want to learn how to make our first landscape. And also I want to show you a few techniques I do in my games. For example, how to I preview my map before I put all my assets in my scene or my landscape. So if before I start the tutorial, I want to say thank you to everybody that support me. And if you want to support me, you can go to my Patreon page. And also, if you want to talk with me directly, you can go to my Discord channel. And also, if you want to help me making game, go to my Discord channel. So thank you, and let's start the tutorial. So go to Real. We already have this third-person template. Unreal create our first map already. There's a simple map, but you have everything you need for your map. That is great. So we want to use a few of these, or we can start from scratch. It's better start from scratch. So go to Files, go to New Level. I want to use a default one. You can use an empty level if you want, or time of the day. But I like to use default because they give you almost everything you need for your map. So I'm gonna be default. So now we have it. So we need to change a few things here. For example, the sphere capsule, you don't need it because you don't have nothing yet. You need to put this later. So you wanna delete that. So we don't need it. And also I don't need this floor. So we have all these you gonna need it. Maybe if you don't want to some fog right now, you can delete it too, but I wanna leave it for now. So that is the first stuff. So I wanna put this up so they don't put out of the way. Like that. Put everything out of the way. And we want to add a post-processing volume because you want to need that in your level always, at least one. So I want to put post-processing volume. So I want to drag inside my scene. So I don't want to be in the middle, so I want to put right here. So this one is going to be your main post-processing volumes. They're going to be for all your maps. So that is great. So you need to do a few adjustment. First, you're going to be click post-processing volume. You need to looking for brightness. So you go to brightness, and you have right now 0.03 in the maximum 8. That means your line is going to be balanced between these two. So that is not great. That is good if you want to do in one space only. For example, you're under the water or you do inside the house, something like that. But for your main post-processing, you want to be your lining always be constant. So the better to do that is click in both. You put one in both of these. So I'm gonna be 1 on 1. So that's done this. So first you need to all your box process be extend to all your maps. So you have to close here, go all the way down what they said right here, infinity extend bound. So you click this, that means all your map they're gonna have this post-processing volume. So that's great. You see the light already changed a lot because that is the real life light in the real time how you look at. So that's perfect. So we can save this level. So when I put it, for example, right here, you can put it in your own folder, but just for the purpose of this tutorial. So when I put here first map, for example. So when I save it, we have it right here. So we have this first. So now we need landscape. You can do it from two different things. You can make, so for example, go to geometry, you take a box, you can drag it here. You can make this how big you want, but you know you can do this like mountains and things like that. So it's gonna be like a mesh. So you can do that if you don't want to have mountain, nothing like that. For example, if you create a game like Resident Evil, so you don't need really mountains. So you're gonna be only using meshes for your street and things like that. So that's gonna be great. But if you do it, for example, like my GTA tutorial, you're gonna need mountains because if you do a mountain with a mesh, you can drive it inside the mountains. You can go inside to underwater, things like that. So it's better to change this to a landscape. So I want to show you first the landscape. So you need to go to modes, go to landscape, and now they create our first landscape. So I have this huge map right now. So you can change a few values from here. So you can change, you have create new one, or you can import from files if you have from you don't know for the internet or the marketplace. And you can have the material too, because if you don't choose the material, they're gonna be all in gray. So I make this template. I think I have my starter content. Yes, I have it right here. So if you use the starter content, they're gonna have a few material already. So let's check for one material look good or something like that. Maybe metal rust, something. I think I'm on something like dirt, but I think I don't have it. So maybe some rock or concrete. Maybe concrete is gonna be okay. So I'm gonna drag here and here. So you need to choose now you how the location wanna be. It's better to leave it like that. So the scale, how big you want to be the scale. Also how size you want. For example, you want a small map or you want a huge map. I wanna use something between, like maybe like that. You can use the number you want. You can adjust this like you want to gain. If you want more longer size. For example, you want to be wider, so you can do that too. But for me, you want to be perfect like it is, 8 by 8. And also you can choose the resolution. You can be more in detail or less. So you can do a lot of stuff with this. Also depend about your computer. If your computer is not that great, it's better to put this small stuff. So you can use now to create it or free your wall. Free your wall is the how you make the biggest possible map, or you can go to create exactly this configuration. So I'm gonna use this one. So I'm gonna be create. So I use that one. So let's check this out. So we can mode. I got a little lag here. I'm gonna be select. So they compile a few things. So now we have our first map. So if we go play, it's driving crazy like that. So we have to put the player in the top of your map. But right now it's under, so that's what happens. So let's put this up a little bit like that. So when you go play, just stop on your map. So we create a nice dirt map, more like concrete, but it's gonna be okay. So now we have the landscape. So we can do a few things here. We can put the mountains, for example. If you want to put some mountains, for example, you can go to landscape again, mode, landscape. We can go to modes, landscape, school. You wanna be right here. You wanna be school. You wanna use what you want. You need to go to school. You have this tool, so you can make a few stuff. You can do like mountains like that. So you have a mountains. If you click it, if you want, you can be the strength. When more strength you have, more they do in the one click. Or you can be less. You can use the size if you want to more size to make a huge modify your maps. For example, I did. I don't want to do that. So let's close this. Let's go back a few times. And also we can make the blocks fall off. So gonna be how from the middle to the exit, so to the edge, gonna be different stuff. That you can play with this because they have a lot of stuff. So you can make for your stuff. You can have a smooth if you want to do something more not too bad edges, something like that. Also you have flatter if you want to make everything in the same position. For example, if I use this flatten from here, I can put from this size, or from here I can make all to the same size. So that's great. If you want to make some style, like if you want different level of your maps, we have ramps, so we can create a ramp from one point to another one. So I click here, I click here. If you do it here and to add ramp, they want to create for you. So I already create them ramp. You can change a few values here, how the size and everything. So that is great. So also you have erosion, so you can like somebody called it like destroy everything, but there's not really destroying it. It's only made like erosion like from the time. For example, it's like making mountain that's good for make that, so you can use less strength, so you can like destroy a little bit the mountains. You can make some like the climatic stuff that destroy the mountains, something like that. Also, you can smooth a little bit because it's too strong the tool. So you have to. I like to put always my strength to 0.1, so they're not that bad. So small these stuff too, because you want to be more control of your tools. Also, we have here hydro. The hydro is very good for waters. For example, the mountain, you can click in the top. It's gonna be like the water destroy a little bit may a little the erosion to your mountains. Also, noise. Noise is really great. You can do a lot of stuff with noise because they making like aleatory stuff, so you can make a few aleatory mountains on level of your maps. So that is a good thing if you want to make a random map, like I saw you in another tutorial. So you can make big these, so you can make a lot of this stuff. They're gonna make everything from random stuff like up and down on your map. So you're gonna be handle everything. Don't make too strong with this because you like you see they're gonna make a huge changes here. But you have already your level randomized a lot in your level, so that's good if you don't know how to really want to do. So that's good. That's one of the things you can do. You can retop this. You have a few things here. You can use a mirror, so you can copy a few from one side to another side and things like that. That's more or less your tools you want to use. So I want to show you now a few techniques. For example, when I make landscape for the outside, when I want to make my maps in my games, I want to be something more like random. Why random? Because there's a good stuff if you don't really know how you want to be your map. So sometimes they give you a few good ideas without you notice. For example, here they make here a big mountain here. If they create some hole in here, so this hole we can use, for example, a lake. So like if you're thinking about it, so it's not bad idea to have it here. So let's do that. So we're going to go to Flutter. So I'm gonna be here. I wanna use this for a lake. So now we have a huge lake here. If you want to put some material here, and also if you want to create with this is all random, so I can use this mountain, for example. I want to be around the stuff around the lake, so I'm gonna use this. So put like that. So you can use allow this tool to use your random map already create the noise. So I want to be more random too. You can put here a little bit. You have your own map a little random, so you have really good idea. So if you know more or less what you want to do, there's another technique I do. For example, if I know already what I want to be my mountain, so I create my mountains already, and you need to think about your level. So I want to, for example, be a town. So the town always they're gonna be in your flat stuff because it's not really realistic if you have a town right in the under some mountains, for example. So if I see this side, I want to make my house here. So you need to have the asset, but it's better to, before you put your asset in your landscape, it's better to put something I use. I use the place actor. I go to geometry because you need to visualize first what you want to do. So that's my landscape. So let's see, I want to create here a few houses. So I use a box because it's more close to a house. So I'm gonna put here and maybe make this a little big. So let's go to the size transform. So I'm gonna set here, for example, 5. So I want to think like it's a house. So I see they have already the concrete used. So let's delete this. So I don't want to have this material. Don't wanna be see it better. So like that. So let's think about this as a house, for example. So that's my first house. Let's disconnect this. So content. So now I want another house. I want to be Alt. So you can duplicate your stuff. You want to put one house here. I want another house here. So now I can see what I want to be or look my town they want to look. So I want to be maybe like a street here. So I want to copy all these three. When I press Alt, I want to move this to here. So now I see we have my 6 houses. So now they turn something like a town, something like that, a small town. So I want to be flat here. So let's do it again. So mode, landscape, go to sculpt. It's gonna be flatter. So gonna be this size. I want to be all this stuff the same. So like that. So gonna get to select. And now we can see the houses, all similar to the houses. So let's go play. We can see the houses a little far away. So it's better to move this guy. So that's a good tip here. So if you have the player here, you want to put it there, you can delete it and put it right there. Or you're gonna go in the place you want to go. Like for example here, you can copy the location, right click copy, go to player character. In your location, you wanna be right click and get paste. They're gonna be exactly in that location. So that's a good tip if you want to go someplace fast to see how you're looking. If you move a little bit out, so we go play, you're already there. So now you can see the houses. So now you know where you want to be my town right here. So if for example I want to make some trees, I want to think first when I want to be my trees. So I have my house. So let me see, cylinder is more like a tree, something like that. So we can, maybe it's too big. So let's try 0.5. Well, they didn't run that one. They're gonna be okay. So gonna be 0. So 0.5 tap 0.5, and maybe the one gonna be 5. Yeah, they wanna be 5 for that one. So now they look more like something like a tree. It's not really a tree, but you can visualize what your tree wanna be. So I wanna be some tree right here, for example. Go to Alt. Gonna be maybe another one here. Maybe another one here. Yeah, maybe like something like that. So we can do it like this. Go to Alt. We move this to here. But I don't want to be exactly the same. We can move this a little bit because it's not a good idea to have everything like similar to another one. So they're gonna be more like randomized all your style, because if you don't want to be exactly all the time, they wanna be repetitive your stuff. So gonna be play. So now we can see we have our trees there. They look more or less. So now I see these three, they don't look good together. So now you know that before you put your trees. So let's delete these ones. For example, play. They look better, the trees, for example. So I make maybe this house to go inside. So let's do that. This house, for example, how you want to do it. So you have to go to box, or drag in here, and you can put this inside. When you put this inside, you're gonna see in here the browse type. You're gonna change the additive to subtract. So they're gonna be delete this stuff. They're gonna be like a door or something like that. So now we can see that door. So that's gonna be our first door. You can go inside the house or something you wanna do there. So now you visualize how your map they're gonna be. So it's gonna be like that. Maybe I want some building right here. So now copy this. So Alt, it goes this to here. It puts something like here. So for example, I want to be this more tall. So let's make this like this to like kind of building or something. Maybe more like hospital or something. Big stuff here. So now you can see how you're looking. So now you have a preview of your maps. So you can do a lot of stuff with this. You can make your own everything. After you have your map already, you like it. For example, right now, if I have it already like they look, so you need to go to your asset. It puts your asset in the place. Right now, I don't have any asset because they don't have it in the like I said in the starter content. So you have to download from there or you make your own asset. So that's almost everything. So you know what you wanna be. Now if you want to look like light, for example, you can go to light. You can put something like this, some kind of light here. It's not there. So if you want to put it in your house, look like point lights here, a few lights. So now you know how to look your level before you put everything. So in the next video, I want to show you how to make this optimize better because right now it's only for previewing your map and how to create your first buildings and stuff like that. So now you know what you want to be your town. So that is more like that. So I think I want to end this video here. So if you like the video, you can subscribe to my channel. And also if you want to support me, you can go to my Patreon page. And if you want to talk with me directly or making games with me or help me making games, you can go to my Discord channel. So thank you. I see you in the next video. So bye bye.